Eric with Wolfman here to talk about the Rocky Mountain Expedition WP saddlebags. First we're going to talk about what are the parts and pieces of the bag and then how to mount them to a motorcycle with side racks. So we'll first start from the back. These are your seat straps. They go across the seat. Those carry the weight. This is your back pad. It is removable. It is there to protect the bag from the rack. So nothing happens to the bag. We'd rather have the back pad get hurt. Top compression straps cinch the load down. On the back you have two 2-inch D-rings with a handle. On the front you have two 2-inch D-rings. Those are for mounting a rolly bag or a bottle holster on top. These straps here, these are your mounting straps to the side rack. You've got 4 ends, 2 G-hooks on each side, a top and a bottom, and then these are your opening straps and side compression. The next video I'll show you is how to mount them and attach them to your motorcycle. Now that I've shown you all the parts and pieces to the Rocky Mountain Expedition WP saddlebags, I'm going to show you how to mount them to the motorcycle. The goal is to keep the bag centered on the side racks. These are SWP Motec Pro racks, but it doesn't matter. We're going to show you how to mount them to this type of rack and a tube rack. But the goal is to keep them centered. We're going to use our seat straps. So here's the first process. Basically, toss them over the seat, and as you can see, they're hanging way low. So just by adjusting the seat straps, that's how we can raise and lower the saddlebag. And you want to do it evenly. You don't want them cockeyed or anything like that. So just by eyeballing it, we can get these nice and oriented perfect to the side rack. Now about the buckles. If I'm going alone and I have a rear rack, put a duffel here, I'll leave the buckles where they are. If I'm going to put a duffel on there, I can bias the buckles, so pull harder on one side than the other, so I can keep the buckles over here. If I have a passenger, I can do the same thing. So now that the bags are centered on the side rack, I'm going to show you how to mount the G-hooks to the side and tie the whole thing together and make them super stable. Now that we have the seat straps on and the height of the bags adjusted correctly, we're going to put the G-hooks or the side mounting straps around the rack. And it's very simple. I've loosened all of the strap. And also if you undo them, it gives you all the strap. It's going to go through, around, and catch one of the pieces of web. Because this is so fat, on a skinnier rack, like pipe rack, we would go through the rack, around, through like so, like around my finger like that, using just the G-hook. But since these are so wide, we're going to go around it, through the inside of the rack, come outside to one of the pieces of webbing. So we've done the rear. We have to slide the bag forward to do the front. So we mounted the rear G-hooks, now we'll do the front. I'm just going to pull these back. So here's the G-hook, the opening of the rack, come around, slide the G-hook through one of the pieces of webbing. I'm using this outside piece, like so, and through. So now that all the G-hooks are set, we're going to fasten the the center buckles and then tighten everything down and make it nice and solid. Alright, we got the front and rear G-hooks attached. Now, I'm going to fasten the center buckles. And we tighten them down. make the bags nice and snug. I gotta move the keepers out of the way there. Sometimes you get in the way of the buckle itself. Tighten this guy up. And these racks are a little different than I've used in the past, but we made them work because these are more of a universal fit saddlebag. And there we have it. Nice and snug, adjusted properly on there. We would repeat the process on the other side, so both bags are set up that way, nice and snug, nice and solid. And for more information about Wolfman and Wolfman Luggage, please check us out online at wolfmanluggage.com. So I've shown you on an SW Motec Pro rack. Let's say if you have a rack more like this is just a standard Touratech rectangular hoop, which is very common in the motorcycle industry. What we want to do, the goal is to center the rack on the bag like so. That's the goal. So I'm also going to zoom in, but the way we would do it is, as they're attached to the motorcycle, is go through and around and then catch the mounting webbing this way. I like to do a top and a bottom, above and below mounting tabs. This is a tab for the rear stabilizer. This goes to the motorcycle. So just go around. It's on a corner. There we go. And through and caught that way. I'll zoom and close up for you on how that's done. So I'm going to zoom in and show you quickly how to do it over a thinner piece of pipe. These are 18mm tube. So we go around the tube outside and go to the buckle like so. So that gives you an idea how it's going to attach. And what that does is as you tighten it up, it cinches nice and snug around that rack. And to take it off, just loosen your center strap, flip the G-hook through, and you're done. Loosen the center strap like on the bottom here, flip the G-hook out, and the rack would come off. We also have these as written instructions as well online at wolfmanluggage.com.